Hello Year 1, I hope you're all safe and well. Here is session 3 of homeschool learning. So these are the activities that I'd like you to do in the week beginning the 25th of January, so next week, okay? So I'm just going to share my slides with you and explain your tasks. You might want to have a pencil and a piece of paper at hand so you can make any notes on what you've got to do, okay? So here are the slides then, okay? So it's week beginning the 25th of January, okay? So, as usual, we're going to start with phonics and spelling, okay? So you can see on this slide then that we've got the link for our alphabet song where you can practice those letter names and the sounds then that those letters make, okay? There's also the reminder of phonics play. And at the moment, we've still got that free access with the username Jan21 and the password of home. So you could have a go at any of the phase 4 games, like all the different ones that we do in school, okay? Your phase 4 words this week, you can see that we've got two sounds that we're practicing. We've got ill and we've got the sound, okay? So your words for this week then are ill, bill, ill, fill, ill, hill, ill, will, if, cliff, if, sniff, huff, puff, and then you've got the tricky words will and was, okay? And then to practice those words and learn how to spell them, you can do writing them out 3 times like we usually do. So our look, cover, write, check method. You could have a go at bubble writing them. You could have a go at rainbow writing them. You could get somebody at home to play hangman with you. Always thinking about them, that the order the letters come in and how we then spell those words. Don't forget, on Friday, you need to get somebody to help you test those words, so to check if you know how to spell them, and then you can email those test scores to me at ash@howes.coventry.sch.uk, okay? You could also have a go at writing those words out in a sentence or using them in a sentence so that you get that independence then, and hopefully will start to use them in your own writing. Also then linked in with our phonics and our spelling is I'd like you to have a practice then at your phase 4 sounds, so by playing the flashcard game, okay? So it's the speed trial that's on Phonics Play, so with the cars, and you choose which sort of car that you want, and then it flags up on signposts all of the phase 4 sounds, and then you can time yourself to see how quick you are at recalling and saying all of those sounds, okay? I've also got some of the phase 4 words then on the trucks on this slide, and I want you to have a go at reading those words. Don't forget when you're reading them that you need to segment and blend. So for example, we've got if, and, wind, and, land, and so on. So have a go at sounding out and reading those words, segmenting and blending, okay? Also then linked in with that is reading, and as I mentioned last week, Oxford Owl at the moment are providing lots of ebooks free for you to access online. All you have to do is just sign up by putting in an email address and a password, okay? There are lots of different books there that are on offer, and you can read them on phones, on iPads, on laptops, on all sorts of devices. You can either choose a book by your age, or you can choose a book by your book band. You could even choose a book by your interest, so choose something that you find really interesting, even if it's harder than books that you usually read. And then you can have a go at using your phonics to sound out and work out what those words read or what those words say. Okay, but reading is really important, and it's important that you carry on reading just a little bit each day whilst we're not in school, okay? Maths then this week, we're still working from our White Rose maths books, and we're still thinking about those number bonds. So on Monday, we've got systematic number bonds on pages 15 and 16. Tuesday, number bonds to 10, on pages 17 and 18. Wednesday, comparing number bonds on pages 19 and 20. Thursday, we're adding together on pages 21, 22 and 23. And then on Friday, we've got our online learning feedback session, okay? There are a couple of links on this slide as well that I've put on. One is the Oak Academy website, where we've got some lessons that are linked in with number bonds that might be really helpful for you. And then again, the other one is the BBC Bite Size, where for year one, there are some particular lessons on number bonds that might help you do some of this work or reinforce some of this work. So your Monday's lesson then looks like this, where we've got counters then that are showing you a number sentence. So we've got red counters and yellow counters, and you can see that there are 7 red counters there. So our number sentence that goes with that picture is that we've got 0 yellow counters, so 0, add the 7 red counters, then equals 7 altogether. And then following on from that, you need to then write out the number sentences that match those images, match those pictures, okay? Remember, all you need to do is try your best. And if something is a little bit tricky, then don't worry about it. Ask a grown-up to help you. And if you're still unsure, then just miss it out, okay? You can always carry on, and then we'll come back on Friday and go through it together in our online learning feedback. Useful strategies. Don't forget you can use number lines, number tracks, and a ruler is a good example of a number line. If you've got one of those at home, you can count on and count back. You can also draw pictures to help you work things out. You could also use real objects, and we do use cubes quite a lot in school. You probably haven't got those at home, but you might have pencils that you could use. You might have small toys that you could use, even screwed up pieces of paper that you can use as real objects to help you practically count and work out your answers. And then also don't forget those part-whole models that show you the 2 numbers then that make a whole number. If you'd like to do some more, then great, but remember that you should only complete the pages that I've asked you to do in your White Rose Maths book. If you want to do more though, you can do anything that's in your TTS pack. You could also look at Times Tables Rock Stars and do some practice on that. You could go on the Oak Academy website, as I've mentioned already, or the BBC Bite Size website as well for further work. If you don't want to do any more, then that's okay too. For English this week, we're still thinking about spelling, and on Monday then you've got workout 9 on pages 18 and 19. Tuesday, workout 10 on pages 20 and 21. Wednesday, workout 11 on pages 22 and 23. Thursday, workout 12 on pages 24 and 25. And then Friday is our online learning feedback session. Again, I've put a link on this page for the BBC Bite Size site that actually gives you some lessons and some more support on different spelling patterns and why it's important that we try and use our phonics for spelling, particularly at year 1 and year 2. So Monday's work looks like this, and again you can see that we're thinking about those spellings, thinking about digraphs, and thinking about pairs of letters then that make particular sounds, and starting to recognise by sight what words look like, so choosing the correct spelling of that word. Remember, all you need to do is try your best. So if something's tricky, don't worry, get a grown-up to help you, miss it out, carry on, and then we'll come back to it and talk about it and sort it out in our online session on Friday. Just some useful strategies then and tips. Don't forget, capital letters are used to start sentences. Full stops then are used to mark the end of sentences. Your vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. And then all of the other letters in the alphabet are consonants. Remember to use your phonics to sound out words and to help you when checking those spellings. If you'd like to do some more, remember you only do the pages that I've asked you to do in your CPG book. but you can do more from your TTS pack. You could also practice your reading skills using your Reading Wise account. You could go on to Phonics Play and play some games that are on phase 4. You could also choose some new reading materials from the Oxford OWL site. But if you don't want to do any more, then that's okay too. Our topic work then this week is thinking a little bit more about reading, and you've got a fact file in your topic pack all about castles. So we're learning a little bit more about castles, okay? So you need to read through the fact file. If you don't understand any of the words that are used, you can look them up in a dictionary if you have one at home. You can ask an adult what those words mean, or you could use the internet to find out the meaning of those words. But it is important that you understand what you're reading. Once you've done that, we then need to start answering the questions in full sentences. Okay, so when we're answering those questions, and when we're finding the answers to those questions, remember that you can use a coloured pencil or a highlighter to help you retrieve the answers from the text, just like we do at school. So we're using our reading dog skills, our Rex retriever skills, to go into the text to find those answers. So your questions then are on a separate sheet that looks like this. And you've got questions about who lives in a castle, what were castles made from originally, and after that, what was the main castle gate or door made from, and so on. So it's about using those Rex retrieval skills, going back into the text with your highlighter or your coloured pencil, finding that answer and then writing it down on those lines underneath each question. If you've managed to do all of those questions then, you could have a look on the internet and see if you could find out about any of the famous castles that are listed in your text, and find some interesting facts out about those castles so that you can share them in our feedback session then on Friday. The castle in the photo that I put on this slide is actually of Kenilworth Castle, which isn't that far away from us. Maybe some of you have visited it, or even Warwick Castle as well. And finally then, just remember, all we're asking you to do is to try your best. And if you feel you're getting frustrated or upset, or just a bit cross about everything, then just take a break. You can always go back to it at a later date. Try to keep active, go for walks, try some online PE sessions, maybe with Joe Wicks, or join in with some of the Cosmic Yoga for Kids, okay? If you can, come back Friday for our Zoom session, and we'll see how everybody got on and see how we do and sort out any questions or problems that you might have, okay? So take care, and we'll see you then again soon, okay? Bye-bye.